Good morning, everybody. Um, Happy New Year's Eve. If you're listening to this live broadcast, I want to say congratulations. You made it. And also continue to be safe and wear your mask. I want to thank you for joining in on my live. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'm not going to be on here long. I just popped in just to say if you're going to be out there partying, be safe. If you're driving, don't drink. Get a Uber, Lyft, something. Um, don't even trust to have a designated driver because sometimes they fall weak to temptation and they might have a drink and you don't even know they was drinking. Or if you do know that they're drinking, you still don't know exactly how much. For all those people that are going to be staying at home and ringing a bell, um, and waiting for the ball to drop and midnight countdown, I'm probably gonna try to stay up. I know my daughter wants to do it, so we'll just go get some little party favors, as we always have done. Just hang out at the house with the pets and just watch television and um, just enjoy watching others have fun. Bringing in the new year is enough satisfaction for myself. I know my daughter probably wants to do more, but where I'm at, they do a lot of shooting in the air. It's ask that they don't do that. Just ring a bell. We will be ringing a bell. Probably that's it. I was gonna do some sparklers. Some people do fireworks, and let's hope that those go off safely. Without any problems or any catastrophes. We're trying to roll into the new year with a good vibration on a higher frequency and a higher conscience. So people, please be aware of your surroundings. Every step you take, where you go, and what you are doing. It's a lot going to be going on. I know a lot of people are celebrating survival. Oh my goodness, it's a rough year. Everybody had to survive the best way they knew how. And a lot of people came through unscathed, and it was a lot of people that we lost along the way. Um, Everybody always take a moment of silence when you wake up in the morning. Just sit on the end of your bed and just sit there for a minute and think for a second about those that we lost in 2020. Also, think about your future and how you're going to keep yourself safe going into 2021. Um, Try to just move a little different. That's really what I'm getting at, because we've been doing things the same old way for so long that things have come to a head. People have gotten so comfortable with feeling that they have arrived at a certain status quo in life and that certain rules do not apply to them and they just letting it all hang out. It's people out here that do that. They just want to be like, well, he doing it, she doing it, but I'm gonna do it better. It ain't even the fact that somebody else doing it. They feel like I could do it better. Watch me. you know um I am trying to take a different approach. I got stung by that bee too, and everybody wants their time for shine. They want the limelight, they 15 minutes of fame or whatever it is that you're seeking in life. But take a moment and sit back and kind of evaluate what others went through and if they survived and ask yourself, is that what I really, really want? Or do I really want what's best for me, my family, and my future. That's all we really supposed to be working towards. And it's like it's our future and having a future. But if you make one false move, sometimes you might not make it. So you got to be careful. People might be like, oh, you acting funny, you acting shady, you moving this way, moving. But it's time to do that. You can't get caught up in nobody else mess, nobody else drama, none of that. You know what I'm saying? I had to ask myself a long time ago, like, why am I always in the mix of everything? You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say I've been perfect. I ain't no saint, no angel, none of that. You know what I'm saying? I done been down through there, done my dirt. I done wrong to people. And, I talk a lot. As you can see, I'm here on live. I'm talking now, but I've been talking all my life. You know what I'm saying? And folks be like, oh, you got a big mouth, this, blah, 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 blah. You tell everybody this, but whatever. If you telling me something about somebody else, then it must not be a secret, or else they wouldn't have told nobody. On the other hand, you sitting down talking to me, telling me. So that means you got a big mouth too. I just don't. I pick and choose what I tell. Some stuff I hold it in. Just FYI for my information. Yep, I hold it in. Some stuff I do put out there, because my thing is, you want it out there. You wouldn't have said nothing. You just want to see who gonna say what and how the story gonna unfold. All that. Some people like their business out there. But that's neither here nor there. We're not gonna get too deep into all that other mess, because we know it gets messy down and through there. And 2020 was an extremely messy year all over. So we want to kind of like sweep it up under the rug, clean up our mess. It's time. It's time to clean up our mess. It done came to a head. This Rona, this COVID, all that ain't nothing new under the sun. That's why it's called 19, because it came out in 19. It rolled out into 2020. So y'all better watch out for COVID 20. It might just be COVID 2021. We don't know. So that means if you weren't washing your hands, please start washing your hands. I had somebody come to me and tell me honestly, I was one of those people who never washed my hands. And I just was like, what? How could that be? Because I know my house be like stuff everywhere. Sit here, sit near, because I'm not the type of person that's gonna make my daughter be like, get this, get this, get this, get this. I'm not that OCD. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that or that extreme, but I would have never thought it from the person that I know that is extreme when it comes to keeping their stuff immaculate. I always be like, damn, I gotta get my shit like that. How you keep it like that all day? You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nothing out of place to me. I feel like you're not living if you not have a house that's not look like it's lived in. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have everybody that's old school be like, oh, we just clean up on the weekends or whatever, but you do gotta do stuff throughout the day. You have your little routine, bathroom, kitchen, you gotta keep that together, living room in case somebody pop in, stuff like that. But being well organized, that's something where everybody we're gonna be working on in 2021, getting more organized. You know what I'm saying? So that means we're gonna have to sit and be still and go through some stuff, not just drama. Leave that drama alone. Now it's time to go through our house and start cleaning out our stuff. I got a garage full of all kind of stuff. I got stuff in my garage from 10 years ago. I need to start putting that stuff out. You know what I'm saying? I've been packing up all this year, packed up my bathroom, packed up my daughter's room. You know what I'm saying? I got stuff that I have been packing up all year. It's going into storage. You know what I'm saying? I'm moving everything out. You know what I'm saying? Because I need to kind of like start moving forward with my plans. But we know COVID kind of shut a lot of people down on their plans. Excuse me. And some people, it helped them roll out their plans. And that was something that I saw that I was like, this is the best thing ever. I've seen people getting money who had never even had money. That PUA, oh my God, that was like a blessing for so many people for so long who had never had nothing. And, it kind of hurt me when I seen, this people spending all this money, but they was just catching up on what they had never had. So it's understandable, that these people were doing this, and then there's people out there who lost a lot, who always had, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, well, it's a double-edged sword. It's like catch 22. It's gonna be a lot of things that people have gotten comfortable. They about to get the rug snatched from up under them, and then it's gonna people who always was never thrown in the pot. It's about to get stirred up. They finna mix up the pot, scraping the bottom. When they get burnt at the bottom, they got to scrape at the bottom, and it's gonna bring up some new stuff. And the people that's comfortable, they don't like the stuff that's surfacing. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a lot going on. So everybody still remain in your position, in your place. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their own little duties they gotta do. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like get ready. You know what I'm saying? Prepare yourself, prepare your home, prepare your children to get ready, because it's kind of like we've been moving about enjoying our whole life. We having so much fun. We living our best lives. It's some people who were living their best lives in 2020. I swear to God. I mean, they was giving out all that money, stimulus, PUA, all that. I mean, and I think that was a great thing that the government finally did feel like they was trying to show us some love. You know what I'm saying? Show us some love. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, people should have just been stacking that money and just sitting on it, because what about in 2021? What if they don't give out any money? All them thou walls people was, flashing online and rolling up their arm. They should have been stacking it. And they'd have been like, okay, I'm coming into 2021 with what? With really money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got some money. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should have been doing that instead of going to get G'd up. I'm about to get fresh. I got the whole everything. Everything. You know what I'm saying? Now they talking about evictions and stuff like that. And they do have programs for people that really need help. But what if they go back and be like, well, we see in the system that you got this blase split, and what you didn't pay your rent? What you gonna say? What are you gonna say? I just need to know. What you gonna say? I need to hear it. I know we can't say anything because it's a lot of people who had the money and did not do what they were supposed to do. So if that's part of the stipulation, because they have all that information in the system. When you go in there and they're gonna pull it up and they ask you. They ask you just to see if you're gonna lie. What was your income the last year? Then you're gonna be like, you're gonna lie, then you're gonna get in trouble for that. Okay, but we gonna keep going with that because it's supposed to be a happy new year. And I didn't mean to come on here and try to just stir people up. I want everybody to go out there and have a good time tonight. If you're going out, you know what I'm saying? If you're not going out, you plan on staying home, which I think is the best thing for everybody to stay home. That's fine too. You know what I'm saying? Pop some popcorn, play some dominoes, you know what I'm saying? Have some champagne even. At least you're at home, safe in your home. I don't really want to, hear the shooting, but I know that's what they gonna do. That's what they do where I live. They gonna be shooting. And I kind of live at the end of the city, like right up against the edge, like right before you leave the city. So it's kind of like, okay, I'm so close. Like they kind of like don't do a lot of it, but I hear it still because when you got like the wrong kind of stuff going on in your backyard and you just shooting out everywhere, it's horrible. You know, that was the one thing I hated when I came back here to Michigan from Texas. I was just like, that again, they didn't stop that yet. Like when are they gonna stop that? And it has, curved. It's not as bad as it was back in the day when I was growing up, and That's kind of some of the reasons I moved from Michigan, but that's a whole nother broadcast. So tune in and stay tuned for a lot of stuff I got. I mean, I'm not promising the world. I'm really not. My page is totally for the people who are like, oh, where's my place in the world? Kind of the where do I fit in? How do I jump in? You know what I'm saying? And get in the game and get started and get some traction. It's a lot of people out here who don't know how to get it going. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to be trying to help people to find out where they can get some assistance on getting their life started. You know what I'm saying? When I was out there, yeah, I had people who helped me along the way, but there's people out there who don't. They don't want to give you the game. They don't want to help you. So if you find yourself in that place where you feel like, let me go online see if I get some information. Come on my website, on my channel. Sorry, I don't have a website or anything like that. I don't know if that's in the future. I don't know if I have the energy for that. It took me a while to really get the energy for this, and that's why I don't come on regularly every day. I don't know if you've watched some of my past videos. I do speak of being a sickly person. I have a illness. It's kind of undetectable, but I have many strokes. Um, and it's been part of my life all my life. I never knew what was wrong with me until I had a severe stroke. I don't know if you can notice, like one side of my mouth, it kind of goes down. I kind of set the camera up a little better this time. But if you see in some of my videos, I kind of try to work on it. But when I'm in that state, it's a little bit more noticeable until I get it under handle and then I can move my mouth. It comes regularly, so this is something that's horrible that I've had to deal with all my life. So I didn't know what it was when I was a kid because where I came from, they didn't take it to the doctor. And then when I was a kid, they didn't know what was going on with me. They still kind of don't know. The only excuses that I've had is this because my blood type is Rh negative. So by that, I've been doing a lot of research on the Rh negative blood. They say disorder, syndrome, whatever it is. But some of the stuff I do kind of have read up on and did a little research on, it does show that people with Rh negative blood seems to be sick all the time. And when I go to the hospital or to the doctor, they'll be like, oh, they'll ask me, they'll say some things are a little off, but if it's like one or two ways, they'll be like, oh no, that's fine, that's fine, you're good. And then, they'll be like, well, they'll ask me, what are your symptoms? How do you feel? And I try to tell them, and they'll still be like, okay, well, we'll run this test and see if this and this and that. And then they'll come back and say, well, everything turned out fine. And then I'll just be like, well, why am I so sick all the time? And I found out that I don't have the same body like basal body temperature as others, even with them trying to give me the test for the temperature when I like go to different places. When I was working in the public when they first started, I would have to get my temperature take when I went to go pick up different patients from different, like nursing homes and things like that. So I would like get my temperature taken. She's like, you want to know? And I'd say, yeah. She was like, this is different. She was like, it's like 97.1. So I was like, that's kind of strange. I don't know, but I always know that in the past, whenever I went to take drug tests, they would always say, "Why is your temperature lower?" And I would be like, "I don't know, but that's my temperature." And then when I got older and I would go to the doctor and they would take my temperature, they'd be like, "Your body temperature is low." That was always the thing. And they would like, they would ask me. And then, they would do lots of tests on me and they would say, "Well, your white blood cells, they was like, your white blood cells, they're attacking, so your red blood cells, because your red blood cells don't have a defense like other people's red blood cells do." They would try to explain this to me, and I would just be like, I really don't understand, because the first time I ever heard about it, I think I was only like 18 or 19, but I never knew what was wrong. I would always be going to the doctor, and my mom would be like, "You just going, trying to find something wrong, ain't nothing wrong with you." Da, 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 da. But I did. I wanted to know why I was sick all the time. And then, they started telling me your body temperature is different. My blood pressure is lower than everybody else's. And also, they said that the amount of blood that I have in my body is lower as far as quarts. Some people, I don't know, maybe like all the people who have RH negative blood types have lower quarts of blood. So that was the difference. So one day I was like, okay, if that's the case, I need to start doing something to build up my blood. So I started juicing, doing beets. And I noticed a difference. It helps. And people like, "Oh, beets are nasty." I didn't care. I was doing it because I was tired of feeling sick all the time. And juicing have saved my life. Um, as far as keeping me energetic and having the energy to move around and move about, because my body cannot break down certain foods because of my blood types, because your food, whatever you eat, go into your bloodstream. So if I eat the wrong foods, that's going to cause me to go into like a toxic shock into my body and caused me to have these mini strokes. So that's where I had to change my diet. I used to be like the super big, BBW girl, the girl in the family. I was the first in the family to blow up. Everybody in the family called me Thunder Thighs, Titty City, all that. Just talked about me, the biggest girl in the family, because I was eating wrong. And back then, when you was sick, what your mama do? Girl, go lay down. You know what I'm saying? Take this, give you a spoonful of this, and this, and try to knock it out. You find something different, keep knocking it out, keep knocking it out, keep knocking it out. But you really don't know that is everything you eating is what's causing you to be sick. So I'm thinking this, you that, but I'm 49. It took me, let's see, I done had so many strokes. Now that I know what they are, I had my first one when I was like 29. I didn't know that was a stroke until I came out the stroke. And then I had another one in 2017 recently, and then one in that I know of, one in 2016, one in 2017, and then recently I had a mini one recently just passing maybe a month ago. It was so minute that I could barely notice it, but once I was down, I was like, it's here again. And I admit I have been giving in to temptation, especially through the summer. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna live. I'm tired of this. I try to keep it balanced with all my vegetables to flush it out. But I wanted some ice cream. I wanted some donuts. I wanted to have that again. And I put on so much weight. I put on like 80 pounds in like the last year, especially, you had to quarantine 15, but I just turned it up to notch. I just was like, let me see if I can get back up to my old big girl way. Because when I was a big girl, I had a lot of dudes. I ain't gonna even lie. Everybody that know me know I talked to a lot of dudes. I was always known for the boys, always. And being a big girl, girls used to be like, "Why you around that fat B? Why you around that fat B? She fat. She fat." Hmm. Uh, they was mad because they was out getting pregnant, having babies, high school, by all the drug dealers. But see, they didn't know that I was just their friend. I was a little tomboy, you know what I'm saying? To the point my mama, she was like, "I thought you was a lesbian." Oh, really? Okay. Because I hung out with so many dudes, you know what I'm saying? But I was just one of those girls who was like, okay, I like dudes, but my thing is, I'm not finna be all in you, be all in my space like that. I don't like that part. So that's where we different. When I want to deal with you, I'll be like, all right, well, hey, how you doing? Because I'm always been into me. People used to call me conceited, you stuck up, you think you are that. But I used to be like, well, I don't see how you would say that because I don't wear all that name brand stuff. You the one got on Gucci's and Liz Claiborne and y'all sporting all the coaches all around the whole school. Oh, so fresh all the time, but I was just a regular chick, like I wasn't into all that. I had a job, I would work, what I'm saying? Like in high school was different, so I was just doing like me. I wasn't really doing the school thing. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really doing the school thing. You know what I'm saying? So I stayed in trouble. I did. I admit I was a little troublemaker around the school. I was known for being a troublemaker on my block, in my hood, in my neighborhood. People be like, she's a troublemaker, and I grew into that because I was labeled. I don't know. I didn't know nothing else because that's all I had ever seen. It was trouble. Trouble in my house, trouble outside when I walked outside. So when you gonna call me trouble? I'm just trying to defend myself all the time. But I got labeled a troublemaker. But anywho, we gonna keep on talking about that. Y'all go out there. RIP 2020. Kill 2020. It's over. It's over. It's done. I'm so glad it's over. I can't wait for this year to be over. Do you know how stressed out I was when December was coming? I was like, please hurry up. This year got to go. Please let this year just go out peacefully. Let me make it 2021. And I'm so glad all of y'all who made it to 2021. I will see y'all next year. Because Sunday I'm doing a live. So y'all tap in to my live on Sunday. Possibly be Sunday afternoon because I know everybody gonna be hanging over because New Year's is on Friday. Today is the party. Thursday, New Year's Eve, they're gonna party all the way to Monday. Monday. You know what I'm saying? I guess people gotta go back to work. Those they gotta go back to work because still some people that work from home or ain't driving or gotta go punch a clock and, get out there and get it. And don't drink too much, y'all. Please don't drink and drive. Definitely don't drink and drive. And have a happy 2021. Goodbye. Signing off. All right, I'm done, y'all. Let me stop my stream. I'm gonna get this together. This is my first time, y'all. Please bear with me. I've been trying to get it together. I'm gonna get it together. I love y'all. Bye for putting up with my mess.